body language. If you've got a body and you lose language,
There you go.
got body. Oh!
Back at it again.
Back at it again, my man.
Here we go.
Round 2. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to Body Language Podcast. This is episode 45, 43.
40. I thought there was.
No, it was like, oh my God, is this going to be a problem for the mic?
I guess it.
That's going to be a problem.
That's gonna be a big problem.
You can hear that and then just crunch, crunch, crunch.
Be like this. It sounds like the wind's blowing. Whenever you're trying to film a video, just.
Okay, but anyway, what's up, dudes? Merry Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It is January 8th.
Yeah. Happy 2022.
Happy 2022, guys. Happy 2022.
So far, the year started off pretty good.
Started
How
pretty
about
good. Caught my biggest fish of the year today.
Yeah. Two
Yeah.
fish. You caught 2 fish today. One, it was like big and then like world record, but like small size.
Yeah, it was a good bass. It was two good bass.
Those rooster tails are just slapping it.
Rooster tail. Caught them both on a rooster tail.
Yeah.
But it was a micro rooster tail.
Yeah. I have a normal one that I was gonna throw today.
Yeah, you got the mega one. For those of you who don't fish, it's basically like, imagine like the shape of a Xanax with like a treble hook and like a little bitty feather on the back.
Yeah, it's like
It's like a pill shaped
Yeah.
little bitty micro bait.
yeah.
It was slapping today. Slap on today.
There was this bluegill yesterday that we almost caught. That was just
Yeah, that was
So
aggravating. Out at Graham Creek. We hadn't caught a bite all day. We were at the fourth spot.
yeah.
And
2 of which were in Graham Creek, like they were.
yeah, 2 different spots in Graham Creek. Yeah. But what we did is that we had the bright idea to spot hop inside Graham Creek with where all those other like little mud holes are.
Yeah.
And typically there's some bass in there for the most part, but I think primarily the thing that's out there
It's like trout and red.
is like trout and bluegill and redfish.
Some of those bluegill are so orange and pretty. Like it's like
It's awesome. Yeah,
it's
so
amazing.
awesome.
Little dots on their tail. It's just so pretty.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, if you can't already tell, this is not a backdrop or a scene. We're actually outside right now in our rooster's nest.
You can't see the fire, but it is.
Yeah, there's a fire quite literally right up under this camera almost. So
And maybe the smoke will blow this way, and you'll be able to see it.
but
You just can't stop messing with plants.
it's the fucking dude. It keeps poking me in the freaking head. God dang it! Shut up, man. All right. But anyway, also for those of you who haven't or are new to the channel or new to the podcast,
Welcome.
welcome. This is my son, Rowan Oliver Raymond Moore. He is my best friend, and we spend a lot of time together. We do a lot of baseball, a lot of skating, a lot of fishing, a lot of like land excavating, just hunting around and walking around, and just anything to do together. We
Pretty much do.
We do, and this is his second time on the podcast. I think last time you were on the podcast, we were skating really, really hard.
Yeah, we were like.
That was about a year ago.
Yeah, we were skating almost like every weekend.
Right, and since then we've traded the skateboard for the fishing pole, both of which I grew up doing. Skating, surfing, because of where I grew up, and then there was a lot of fishing involved. A lot of the surfers would fish, and I had uncles from Montgomery and pieces of my family in Montgomery that are around the Alabama River, and they all fish. So I had both ends of fishing, and then like freshwater fishing and wakeboarding up there, skating and surfing and saltwater fishing down here, and then like throughout the years I just kind of, there's the smoke, right?
There it is. It's just.
But
Make your
throughout
eyes
the years,
water.
I just kind of like, not pushed it on Rowan, but kind of like just
Gradually, like
nudged
shown
it
me.
towards him, the way that it was nudged towards me. So
It was just kind of shown to me. I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I want to do that. And then
Yeah.
it kind of just started going over and over again.
yeah, right. Well, I mean, like it's hard. It's hard to get your children into stuff if they don't give a shit about it. So, you know, I've never been the prodigy making type or wanting to do anything like that. I just wanted to like expose my children to the things that I'm passionate about, and then let them make the choice
If you want to do it or not.
on their own, if they want to pursue those passions that I've got and make them theirs, you know. So it's multiple variables, but my point is that the last time that we were on the podcast is that about a year ago, about 10 or 11 months ago, when
Yeah.
we were skating a lot.
Yeah.
We're fishing very little and skating a lot. Now we're skating very little and fishing a lot.
It's
So,
like tables have turned.
yeah. Anyway, also, if you hear any noise in the background, that's we live in a double townhome, so half family, and then there's like these little really
Nice.
they're like really like, I mean, our place is nice, but it's this like a very typical like centennial
Yeah.
type
But those are
townhome.
like very avant-garde
Yeah, they're
type
like
stuff.
really weird and artsy.
They're like
and,
metal and
Yeah, but
That's pretty
there's
cool.
like 4 sets of them, and at the very, very end, there's a Spanish family, and
they be jamming.
they be jamming, dude. They are rocking out. So if you hear any music in the background, like I said, we're outside in the rooster's nest by the fire.
That's proof.
Yeah, right, yeah. But anyway, dude, you got to go back to school tomorrow. Vacation. How was your first weekend? How was your first week back since you had 12 days out for Christmas?
It was
And
good.
also, how was your Christmas?
It was very good. It was exciting. It kind of sucked that we didn't get to see all the family, but we are going back to see them in a few days, which is good.
A week, next weekend. We're
Yeah.
traveling back up to
Coleman,
Coleman
see what they're doing.
and
Check-
Birmingham. We had like some budgetary issues during our last travel, and there was some scheduling
We're good.
issues with Jessica's second job. She's a waitress at night some nights at this really nice restaurant at the Wharf in Orange Beach, and there were some people who had gotten sick, and she was needed, and she didn't necessarily have to go, but the money was going to be good because it butted up next to New Year's, and
There's a lot of people, and they just
we didn't really plan for the money we were spending, and we kind of spent a lot more money than we had planned, so we were like, screw it, dude, let's just
go home.
get our asses home. And it was nice because we got to like organize all of our Christmas shit.
And not only that, but there was a storm coming in, so and we also didn't want to
that's
do
so
that.
right, dude. There was tornado warnings. I think that was the big like advocated idea behind
'Cause
Jessica wanting to go home was work and the tornadoes, but for me it was like budgetary, and then her being offered shifts. It's just like I was off for an allotted amount of time that specific week, so I wasn't going back to work. It just made sense to me.
Aren't you going back to work tomorrow?
My schedule's already got. I went back to work when y'all went back to school last week.
Oh,
Yeah, I started going back to my mini day shifts and then my occasional night shifts, which have been few and far between because, just like the day shifts have been kind of back to normal now that Olive's in school,
yeah.
which it's a bittersweet thing, like.
Sometimes you'll be kind of sad because Olive's gone.
Yeah, I'll be sad because I would think about the times where, like, for the most part, I would be home every day when you got home.
Yeah.
And then we
You
would
would be
all
home
go
with
get
Olive.
Mom.
I remember one time, like, Olive's first steps, I walked in, and I was like, hey, Rowan, come here. Come in Olive's room. And yet she was just, like,
Walking around.
just walking.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, when Olive got her I don't like saying disease, but it's a disease. It's reactive airway disease. It's basically like chronic asthma.
Yeah.
It's like bad asthma. So anytime there's like some sort of like airwave disease or virus going around, it affects her pretty bad.
Yeah.
So we just decided to take her out of school until she was old enough to go
Back, like,
Well, take her out of pre-K,
mm-hmm.
and daycare until she could go to school. So, and it worked out. It
now
worked out
she's
great.
in school, and she's doing just fine.
Doing just fine.
Like, that
I know
piece
you guys
of
are
sap is still just sitting there, just
the
whenever
sap,
we saw
the
it.
sap diamond. Yeah, those things are cool, man. Yeah, I know that you all have heard me probably talk about that a lot, but it's just one of those things that like, it's brought up a lot because it was such a big deal for me being a provider of the family, and then Jessica having to step up, mom having to step up and like kick that extra amount of ass that I couldn't kick because I had to be at home.
Yeah.
Which is how this podcast started. So it was a blessing in disguise. And
Yeah.
a lot of good things came out of that, where at the time we were pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
Sick of the bullshit of like having to deal with this virus, this disease that Olive has. But
Yeah.
it's a few inhalers and a
Nebulizer.
later.
Yeah.
You're
She's all good to go.
good to go.
Taking a...
But anyway, yeah, dude, this is really nice to have you on. This is cool. We're doing it outside. I've always thought about doing this. I've always had like the idea of like wanting to shoot like an outside podcast outside. Frequenters know that we did Friends Fest. We did three episodes of Friends Fest.
We did 3?
With 3 different guests. Yeah, at Friends Fest we did Matt, and then we did Mom, and then we did Run the Lion, which is like the I don't like calling them a cover band because there's so much. Just as the band.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, they were like a funk band with T. Adam. You know T. Adam.
Yeah.
Big beard, big Grizzly Adams looking dude.
Yeah. I knew you did one with Matt, but I didn't know you did one with
Yeah, we did 3. So this is the 4th outside podcast that we've had since we've started this podcast. Yep.
Wow.
I like it. It's cool. I don't know what the audio is going to be like with the dudes in the background.
Hopefully it'll be good.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be like clouded with dog barks and like
Also, another thing.
Sancho rock and roll and like salsa music, Not that I don't mind that at all, but when you shoot an
love all
outside podcast, yeah, we love all music, but when you shoot a podcast,
It's-
prefer to it be like no
just-
music.
Yeah. Speaking of, the dog Spook and Monches, they've been getting on my nerves recently.
Yeah, we've been out here the last few months, really. Like, it's been like 2 months. We've kind of been frequenting the rooster's nest.
Yeah, because we only get it half of the year.
Half a year, we get
And
it
then
half a year.
snakes.
And the snakes take it over, and the
Snakes
rains,
territory.
summer rain, and it just turns into a big bed. And then around September, October, when there's the chill gets in the air and the snakes kind of start riding on the fringe of where people typically are hanging out, we'll come down here with a hoe and a rake and
We'll
make our
rake
teardrop
everything.
little entrance exit. But
Yeah.
yeah, over the last 2 months, Rowan and I have been looking at these like border collie shepherd mixes,
Yeah.
and there's like a mama.
They're both boys.
They're both boys.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a dad and a son, and they get they're on runners while their owners are at work all day. It's like a fenced-in backyard,
Yeah.
but it's a chain link so we can see. And they're really nice dogs. We've seen them a few times get wrapped up around the trees,
And
so
I'll
we have to go over there.
and unwrap it
Yeah.
a few times a day, actually, not just once.
They're kind of dummy dogs, but they're really nice
They're so sweet.
and they're pretty.
Yeah. Speaking of, Scout and Ellie are also pretty sweet too.
That's true. Hey, we're gonna shift this conversation
In
a
the
little
dream.
bit.
What should we
So,
talk about?
I want to talk about like the transition between when you started ball and how. Oh, and the only reason why I say this is because when you started playing ball, there wasn't a substantial like hesitation on your end
Mm-hmm.
versus now where I feel like you're more of an all-star player. Do you see that in yourself, or is it just kind of like a gradual progression towards being a good baller, being a good baseball player?
It's a
Yeah.
gradual thing for me.
Like, you don't notice it? Yeah, see, like, I noticed like my skill range when I would skate and get better, but I never noticed my baseball. Mosquito on your shin.
Not no more. Is it really raining? No.
Hang on a minute. No way.
It's raining.
No way, dude.
It's gonna stop.
Can y'all hear that on there?
Hopefully it'll stop.
I wonder if the audio picked up that rain.
Hopefully. Good thing we have a little bit
Oh
of coverage.
my god.
We would have to take this inside.
Holy shit.
Not to just started pouring immediately right
Don't
now.
say that, dude. That would be so bad because not only I'd have to slide the camera in the bag, I'd have to like unplug all the mics, all the micro cables, wrap them up, shove them in the bag, and then you'd get all the stands.
I have to run inside.
So 1, 2, 3 stands,
I
and
already
I'd get the
knocked on
bag.
wood, so don't even go ahead and do it.
Good night, dude. That was freaky. Anyway, my son has become oh, look at that lizard. It just hopped across the hopped across the, like,
Path.
this big rock right here
Uh-huh.
to that rock, crossed the way, and then hopped up that rock and then into that tree. It was like right across, and then like right across the trail. That was awesome. But my son's become a really good baseball player, and if he so chooses to, he'll do good things with it. And I don't know if the audience here is aware or are all friends of my social media and have access to your progression, but I just wanted to put some highlight on your baseball skills and kind of give you some awesome rain over that, because you have progressed significantly since you've started.
Yeah. I've started to pitch more outside. It's not so friggin' cold.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's awesome that you pitch as much as you do, but you are aware that just because you pitch at home doesn't mean you'll be a pitcher on the field.
True.
Like your
Sometimes
team, like you pitched last year a little bit, but you were an incredible third baseman. You know?
Yeah.
Like, you think, oh, outfielders, this, that, and the other, not until you see a badass outfielder and you're like, damn.
Yeah, he's good.
Kind of like a goaltender in hockey. You're like, that's lame, until you see an
Good.
extremely kick-ass.
It's like, whoa.
You're like, whoa,
That changes my perspective.
it's a
on it.
craft. It's not just a position at that point,
Yeah.
you know? So,
I've been practicing catcher a lot recently, actually.
see, that's something I always try to convince you to do. Mosquito, get out of here. Tried to get you to do last year. I always thought, like, in practice, and a few times, like, I saw
You
you.
always have good hand control, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I just think, like, you know how to work the pads. You know how to, like, flip your lid and
Catch it.
be present for the position, where I think most people your age aren't. They don't necessarily, like, catcher is just being catcher.
The only reason coach put me on third base is that I'm the only one that can throw from third base to first base, and I'm the quickest out of all of them. Like,
Yeah, you
that
and
can
Jack
tag
for
down.
sure. Yeah, you and Jack y'all were really quick.
Yeah.
You just got to maintain that skill level, because, you know, like, I know you have a desire to play travel ball, but, like, there's a lot of other things you're passionate about in life.
ball.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like, if you really want to be travel ball good, at, like, the base level of that, where you are at playing for the city, you've reached that.
Yeah.
Like, if you upped your game a notch more, you'd be travel ball ready.
Yeah.
But where you're sitting now, you're definitely one of the better city players in our town.
Yeah. Well,
Who saw that? No, the camera won't pick that up, I don't think. But I just pulled, like, this pine straw right out of my crotch. It's just sitting right there. Just pull it right out.
wow.
But yeah, I don't know. Your baseball skills have gotten extremely good.
Well, I was supposed to be catcher, is what coach told me. I don't remember his name, the catcher's name. Do you? Because I don't. We didn't talk much.
Keegan?
No.
Keenan?
Keenan.
Keithan?
I don't know. Whoever it was. Close.
Kieran?
Huh?
Kieran?
Karen.
Kieran? Keegan? Constantine?
I think it was Keegan, but
I went to high school with a guy named Constantine. He was a good cool. He was a good cool.
it was a good call.
He was a good cool.
He
He was a good guy.
what
He was a little
sentence.
strange, but he was a good dude.
Yeah.
Constantine.
I was
weird
sup-
name. What was that fucking kid's name, dude?
I don't know. I'm not worried about it.
I'm not either, really.
I was supposed to do it, but he's a lot taller and he can, like if it goes up, he can reach it better. But I'm a lot
During pop flies and stuff?
Yeah. But I'm a lot quicker than he is. He's a little bit slower. No offense to
To Kieran.
whoever the catcher was, but
Keyston.
Keyston.
Keyston was his name. It was Keyston. I don't
Oh.
know why that just came to me.
Was that, his, was that his brother or was it the catcher?
Was it the catcher? I don't know. 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 I don't know.
Because we're brothers. It is not raining right now.
I know it was Keyston, I think.
Keyston?
It was Keyston.
Okay, so Keyston.
Kirsten.
Whoever it was.
Dunst.
It's like...
Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Huh? But whoever it was like, I don't know, I don't know how to describe it, but I was...
Yeah, he was just taller and a little bit... He had some better attributes at catching than you did. But that was also your first year playing. And now you're coming in on round 2, where everybody else there was on their round 2 or round 3. So
Jack was on round 6.
Yeah, he's been... Well, that's not true. You don't play ball till you're like from the time you're 3. No.
Stop it. No. Here we go. We're gonna have to wrap this up.
Hang on a minute. Okay, let's go. You get to going. Okay. Sorry about that.
Jinx. You owe me a Coke, by the way.
I'll give you enough Coca-Cola and Dr. Pepper in this house. Look at that. It's
Touché.
like barely just scraping the dirt. Just enough to get it in the hole.
Just enough to mess it up.
God dang, man. Can't win for... Good grief.
Alright, there we go.
Golly.
Better now.
Elements are against us today.
I guess so. Like, they really are just messing up.
Anyway, baseball. You're great at it. You're going to be doing good things with baseball if you so choose to stick with it. If you don't, shit.
Then you don't.
If you don't, then fine. It's no problem. But whatever you choose to excel at, whatever you choose to do, you will excel at. But I like to think I pump you full of positivity.
Yeah.
And like keep you pretty up on that, keep you pretty motivated to do you.
Yeah.
You know?
You do. Last year, I was going to play basketball and baseball because it's 2 different seasons.
Yep.
But I'd missed the basketball season.
You missed basketball tryouts, and I remember specifically you were being a little difficult that week. So we decided to not let you play basketball.
Baseball.
Anyway.
I gotta play baseball.
What's on your fishing list for 2020 since
2020? Want to try that again?
What's on your list for 2022?
Stop it.
For fishing wise, because I know that you've been educating yourself on bass, brim, catfish, things like that. What
Yeah.
do you have any goals fishing wise for 2022, 2020?
I'll make fun of you now for that forever. I want to
Catch more bass. Catch more bass.
I want. Dang it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I want to catch. I want to try to catch a huge slaunch out of Alabama River.
Oh yeah, you wanna? Okay, so okay. So over Thanksgiving, was it Thanksgiving that we caught
It was
this
Christmas
fish?
and Thanksgiving because we.
Mm.
No, I
You
went
went
at
for
Christmas.
Christmas and I went for Thanksgiving.
We both went for Thanksgiving. Because we night fished a little bit on Thanksgiving.
That's right. Okay, so here's the deal. All right, so we went to Alabama River out in Lounsboro, Alabama for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And during Thanksgiving, we had access to this. My grandmother lives on the river, and next to her house is this gentleman that has like a pontoon boat with a dock. We used to have a dock, but after my grandfather passed away, and
It just kind of fell.
Yeah, ours fell, and then our neighbors fell, and he moved, and so our access to one just became very minimal. But since this one gentleman's moved in, he's allowed us out at his dock, and we both, me and Uncle Mark, caught fish that day. And ever since then, like Rowan, I don't think Rowan has ever been exposed to any sort of freshwater fishing outside of like creek beds and ponds and yeah, it's just creek beds and ponds.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, creek beds and ponds.
That was like the first like river
experience you've ever had. So now he's kind of got it in his head that he wants a big slaunch, a big fat Sally from the Alabama River.
Yeah.
And we're going to get him one.
I feel like
they are jamming out there, dude. Good grief.
they are not caring at all. They're just
Okay, so
going for
anyway, your Alabama River wants.
Oh, I don't know if Dad told you that or told you this, but for Christmas we're not gonna need to buy any baits for like.
Yeah, my uncle gave us a bunch of his old crankbaits and a bunch of jerk baits and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're talking about, dude. Tell us
I'm
about
sorry.
like your fishing goals for 2022. Like I know you want to catch an Alabama River bass. I know you become a better angler.
Yeah.
But are there anything, like my 2022 goal is to catch a peacock bass and to relocate more Sallies in our pond, our personal pond.
I was just getting to that. I was like, I personally want to catch a fish and relocate it because I've never
relocated a fish?
Yeah,
It's
I've
always-
never caught one. It's always a catch and release type thing. Because most of my fish.
Well, you're always at school when I do the relocations.
Yeah, you just show me the videos.
I'm like, dude, look what I caught today.
Look at this 2-pounder that I caught and put it in the pond.
Also, Rowan got a 4-wheeler for Christmas.
I did.
So that's a new life for you. Like you're a 4-wheeler owner now. You're an ATV owner.
It's fun. It's fast.
That's awesome.
In the face.
That's awesome, man. I didn't own a 4-wheeler when I was 10.
Yes, it's pretty cool.
I owned a go-kart. It was a homemade go-kart.
Huh?
It was a homemade go-kart. Somebody took a chassis of a normal Walmart go-kart and took the roll cage off of it and then left just like the back head roll cage. Here's the seat and then here's the roll cage right here over the seat. And then it was the motor and then big ass 4-wheeler tires on the back, and they put the original back tires from the go-kart on the front. And it was like this just hoss, bro. It was like they very cheesily and podunkly engraved with like a screwdriver or a knife inside of it was blue, but inside of the paint they put Nightcrawler in it. I thought it was so cheesy, but that's
Little Rascals type.
dude,
stuff.
I'm telling you, man, this thing ripped ass, bro.
Did it really?
It did, dude. It was cool. It was a piece of shit, but Mimi hooked it up, saw me see it, and was like, saw the reaction that I had to it, and she came back a few days later and bought it and surprised me with it. Next time I came and visited.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But you're a 4-wheeler owner now, dude.
I am.
And it's white, and it's got
Black.
this really cool, it's white and black. It's got this really cool lighting system and trim, and it's got a cage on it for you to tow stuff. It's pretty awesome. I think so, anyway.
There's one thing.
I'm listening.
I want a hitch.
A hitch? Well, you got to slide for the hitch.
Yeah.
We just got to get you a hitch.
Yeah. Oh, today that wasn't your rooster tail neon, but it's just faded. Or
It had a little neon tail on it, like a little neon dip on the tail.
Yeah.
Where are you going from the 4-wheeler to that?
I don't know. I'm just trying to come up with stuff to say. It's really nice. I'm excited to get a little muddy and worn, not worn in, but Jesus, scared me.
Word. Well, it's been nice sitting with you.
Yes. Hopefully it's interesting to y'all.
Well, like I said, I keep bringing up bullet points, and you keep talking about other stuff. But anyway, I think this is a good. We got some good stuff. We got some good stuff.
We did.
But anyway, like and subscribe, share and show your friends.
Please.
We'll do more of these, even if you don't like them, because I like sitting with you and I love you.
It's fun.
And you know, I like talking about stuff with you. But anyway,
Here you go.
okay. I love you, man. Thank you for being on the podcast,
You're
and
so
we'll have you on. We'll have you on again.
Please.
It'd be fun. We may not do another outside podcast with the weather being so iffy.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys take care of yourselves. Be good, and we'll see y'all next time.
Yes. Will.
Peace.
Peace. Nice.